Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to The Tilt, a Fiasco podcast. In this show, every week, a rotating cast of actors, writers, comedians, and improvisers will be playing the wonderful group storytelling game Fiasco from Bully Pulpit Games. This week, Ian Mitchell joins us from Canada, and Mike Hillman joins us from Atlanta, and we head to Main Street in a quaint southern town. So without any further ado, let's have the players introduce their characters, and let's play Fiasco. Hi everybody, I'm Bob Morsch, and I'm wearing sandals with socks, and this evening I will be playing Miss Beulah Kornblatt. I am a proper Southern woman, transplanted, of course, from somewhere in Michigan, and I was former lovers with the gentleman sitting to my left.
That would be me. I am Mike Hillman, and this evening I will be playing the role of Ken Tribble, the president of the Podcasters Association of America. So John and I are both elected community leaders, and we are fine, upstanding citizens.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Markheim. I will be playing Councilman Gilb Trilby. I'm also an elected official as my honorific. Is that what you call it, Councilman? It's an honorific.
I think you have an extra R in there. I think it's just honorific.
Honorific.
Like a hornorific?
Yeah, hornorific.
I'm a hornorific Councilman Gilb Trilby.
Oh, hello.
I engage in some conmanery on the side. And my Marcus is the gentleman sitting to my cyberspace left.
So my name is Ian Mitchell. I will be playing the part of Stanley Krellborn. I'm going to say Dr. Stanley Krellborn, the dentist who's kind of down on his luck.
Yeah.
And has been forced back to his hometown because of some incriminating evidence of some kind.
Notepad. Yes.
I guess for a plug, in October, I'm going to be starting a podcast called Mrs. How, which is a fan podcast for Mr. Show.
Nice. Can I demand bookage as a guest?
Absolutely. I need some guests. So
I would love to do that because I was
great.
just pining about Mr. Show today. All right. We also, as we always do, have some needs, locations, objects, and so forth. Our first need is to get respect from the police by turning in your own kin. Our second need is to get the truth about what she did behind the patio. Very specific and vague at the same time. I like that. Our location is the van parked behind Royales, or Royals. Royals. It's got two L's, so yeah. We have a couple of objects. One is a mink farm, and the other is a love letter. All right, so Beulah Kornblatt has invited her cousin, Stanley Krellborn, over for tea to find out exactly what's going on and why he's moved back to this town. And this will go well for Beulah. Well, Stanley, come on in. It's so wonderful to see you.
Beulah, how wonderful it is to see you. Look fantastic. How much weight have you lost?
Oh, at least 4 to 5 ounces.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. Yes, I've been on the bacon diet.
The Atkins diet. I wasn't aware that was still a thing.
No, I still eat bread, but I eat enormous amounts of bacon.
Okay, and that just does a purge of some sort?
No, it's just delicious.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't fault you there. It is delicious.
Please come in. I've prepared some tea and some biscuits, and the gravy is not quite finished. But if you stay around for supper, we'll be having some gravy you could put on those biscuits. Will we be able to stay for supper?
I unfortunately I can't stay for too long, but I'll have to take a pass on the gravy.
Well, that's okay. That's okay because you live here now, and that's wonderful. I get to see you all the time, just like when we were children.
Yeah, just like when we were kids, romping around the heavy woods of Michigan.
Yes, yes, so cold up there, but so much fun we had together. You know, chasing frogs around and whatnot.
Yep, chasing frogs and climbing trees.
Yes.
And chasing frogs up trees.
Up the trees and back down, yes. And
back down.
Oh, it's wonderful. Did your arm ever heal properly? I know it was...
no, if you look, it's actually still bent at quite an angle right in the middle.
Oh, it is? That is quite an angle.
Yeah,
My goodness.
That never got set, if you remember. I just I kept quiet about it.
Well, yes, I bandaged it up with the help of a stick.
Yep.
And,
just wrap some leaves in a stick.
Leaves in a stick, and of course rub some mud on it.
Yep. Well, that's just how you fixed things in Michigan.
That's right. Back in those days, back in the early instance. I don't like to talk about how long ago that was. It makes me nervous.
No, none of us are getting any younger. That's for sure.
Yeah, tell me about it. Listen, what brings you back to Griffin? What happened?
Oh, I went out west to start up my own practice, and that didn't really pan out. So I'm back here exploring different opportunities.
Oh, wonderful! And what happened with the practice? Why didn't that work out for you?
Oh, technical issues, trust funds, lawyers, LegalZoom.com. It's all a complicated mess.
That sounds like quite a list of things. Yes, it does sound complicated. Well, here, have some tea. And,
oh, thank you.
Well, what do you think you're going to do? Are you going to try and open a practice here in Griffin?
We'll see. I've got a few different offers right now. Maybe I'll come work at that mink farm with you.
Oh, well, that would be lovely. I do need another mink clubber. I had to let Pablo and Pedro go.
Oh, not Pablo and Pedro.
Yes. I felt so bad since they were, refugees from Spain.
From the civil war that's tearing Spain apart
That's
right
right.
now.
It's awful. It's awful, things that are going on.
I've got all the Google News alerts for it. It's terrible.
And what's this now?
There's a huge civil war between her and the rebel resistance, from what I understand.
I didn't recognize that other word you said with the G. And...
it's Spanish.
Of course it is. You would have thought having those two in my employ for almost 12 years I would have learned a bit of Spanish, but I refused. Simply refused.
Well, that's your right as an American citizen.
I should say so. I am proudly willfully ignorant.
That's how we do here in this quaint southern town.
That's right. But at least we have good old Donald running for us now, so we have one of our own in the race.
God bless him. It's so good to see one of our own up there.
Yes.
Just openly disrespecting everyone.
Absolutely. It's about fucking time. Well, listen, if you can't stay for dinner, I'm going to have to ask you to get the fuck out.
Okay. Well, I forget.
Remember when we used to talk to each other like that when we were children?
We were such
good times.
Absolutely. Well, I'll just get my dumb ass out of here, you piece of shit.
I'm a woman.
All right. Well, I'll keep in touch. I'll see you soon.
Please do. Don't be a stranger. I'm glad that you're back here among family. And if
it's good to be among family.
If you ever need anything, hesitate slightly to ask.
Oh, I will, before awkwardly picking up the phone a few times and then putting it back down.
That sounds perfect.
Fantastic. See you soon.
Yes.
All right. This is Ken Tribble. I am at a van parked behind Royale's, and I am going to be establishing a scene with Dr. Stanley Krellborn, and it is not going to go well. This van is all that's left of what me and Beulah had together.
The artwork is a really strange choice, I gotta say.
Oh, hello there.
Hey, sorry, I've just been admiring from afar. I mean, the mural you've got going here is just...
Thank you. Yes, it's, I mean, Black Panther under black light. Does anything speak of such power and grace?
No.
I mean, to me, only Beulah holds higher esteem in my heart.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Let me introduce myself. I'm Ken Tribble.
Oh, yeah, Ken Tribble. Stanley Krellborn. I'm here
nice to meet you, Stan.
Yeah, I'm here to meet you, I believe.
Oh. Wow. I mean, I am the Podcasters Association of America president, after all.
I'm aware. I mean, it was risky to go to pass the paywall bill, but I support you.
Wow. I mean, this is the first true fan I've met, and I've been president for an entire year now. Thank you. I really appreciate your patronage.
Not a problem. I voted for you, man. I gotta let you know. I voted for you, which makes this a lot harder.
A lot harder? I mean, what's wrong, Stanley?
Stanley's wearing one of those big trench coats with the collar popped up, and he reaches down into the folds and produces a tattered old, folded up piece of paper. See, Beulah Kornblatt, she's my cousin. And
you look kind of familiar. I think we met maybe at the wedding.
Oh yeah, I think we did maybe. I think I was a little sauced. I will admit.
We were all.
Oh, I mean, open bar, right?
The openest.
But anyways,
so
President Tribble.
I just have to tell you, Stanley, real quick that me and Beulah, we did just finalize our divorce yesterday.
I'm well aware of that.
Have you seen her? Is she okay? How did she look?
She's doing great. I had.
Did she mention me?
Strangely, she didn't actually.
I mean,
that's so weird.
Maybe not directly, but obliquely. There was a sad look in her eye. She was staring longingly out of a window, maybe.
Maybe she had lost about 3 or 4 ounces, so she looked fantastic. That's all I could see.
She's not eating.
Well,
I'm worried. Should probably go to her.
I think what she needs right now is space.
But I mean, she sounds see-through at this point. It sounds like she's days away from death. I have to nurse her back to health.
That's exactly what she's expecting. You've gotta play the long game. You've gotta make her miss you. Absence makes the heart grow fond.
Stanley, shut up. Hey, hold on a second. I need you, Stanley. I hate to impose upon you, but I need you to do me a favor and just sit here in this van. Can you just keep an eye on the van for me? Because I gotta go.
I mean, this isn't why I came here for a reason. I can't just watch your van, man. I appreciate everything you've done as the president, but I can't just watch a van. I have things to do.
All right. Well,
I also.
No, it's okay, Stanley. I get it. You you got stuff to do. You got that mangled arm of yours. And,
it's kind of rude of you to just point it out like that. I mean, I'm not. I'm trying to hide it in this trench coat, but
I take that back. I'm just having such a tough time. Look, I went and picked up the mail, and there's this love letter that was mixed in with the cable bill and my phone bill, and it's to Beulah. There's no return address. I don't know what to think. I don't even know if I should take it to her.
I would. Well, I mean, Mr. President, you can't keep her mail. That's a federal offense.
It was a simple mistake, but you're right. I should go to her. She needs me.
Okay, I'm gonna watch your van for you. You need to work some stuff out.
You're the best, Stanley. I gotta go. Bye.
Bye.
Gilb Trilby, Councilman Gilb Trilby, for some reason, sees it as his duty to go ahead and visit the van that they're trying to condemn in the city council behind the Royal, where he will encounter Stanley. This will go well for him.
Yeah, no, this isn't my van. Sorry.
You Ken Tribble?
No, Ken's not here, man. Sorry, just try back later.
Are you Ken Tribble though?
I'm not Ken Tribble. I've said that for the second time now.
I'm gonna need to see your identification.
Oh,
sir.
Jesus, Councilman Trilby?
Councilman Gilb Trilby.
Gilb Trilby.
At
yeah.
your service. Are you Ken Tribble, or have you ever been Ken Tribble? President Ken Tribble of the Podcasters Associations of America.
I'm not Ken Tribble. It's me, Stanley Krellborn. We went to high school together.
Oh, what? Oh, I'm sorry. I've been wearing this blindfold the whole time. It's supposed to.
Sorry, the windows are really tinted. Let me roll this down.
I don't know. It's some sort of feng shui with my face thing where I was told that if I put the blindfold on, that it realigned my face chakras in such a manner that I would have a better chi flow through my third eye portal and my left ventricle nostril.
Well, I'm into Kabbalah, so I can't really judge.
Oh yeah, you do that weird math red
Yeah,
thread
it's
shit.
math and
Yeah,
some candles. I don't know. It's expensive.
I watched an episode of Maury Povich about that. I know a little bit about your Kabbalahs. So, Stanley, I need you. Could you do me a favor, right quick?
Yeah.
I'm looking for Ken Tribble. Have you seen Ken Tribble anywhere?
I did actually. He, you know, Beulah Kornblatt, my cousin.
Oh shit, Beulah's your cousin?
You didn't know Beulah was my cousin?
No, I had no clue. She's got the finest mink farm in the whole state.
Yeah, she's a woman. She owns the finest mink farm in the state.
Yeah, I am often envious because my mink farm is constantly rated as the #2 mink farm in the state on
Yelp.
On Yelp,
Yeah.
I was gonna say Spotify, but but Yelp too. Yelp, and you know,
I've heard people are moving to Spotify for their mink farm reviews now, so it's, at least you're on the cutting edge
right.
of mink farm
Well,
reviews.
for a long time, I was putting a lot of my effort into alt.south.minkfarms.rec. You know, the old BBS. But it stopped panning out. People alt.ben.rec.minks.southernpound. Which one's best? That's the stupidest. All right. I had a forum on Prodigy for a while too. I called it Mink's Thoughts.
Whatever happened to your GeoCities? I loved those animated, sparkling images.
People got frustrated when my About Me page was under construction for too long. And my spinning skull with the middle finger that kept extending over and over again. Well, the ladies who like to buy minks, yeah, they didn't like it very much. Regardless to say, my internet presence has not been very strong, nor has my image cultivization. Is that what you call it?
Cultivation, I believe.
Right. I need to better curate my image on social media platforms. That's what a guy told me once. Anyway, it's great that she's your cousin.
Yes.
Okay, that's what we were talking about.
Beulah's my cousin, and the reason I was telling you that is because Ken ran off to go see her.
Oh, Ken ran off to go see her, did he?
Yeah, you know, the whole divorce thing, and he just
Right.
found what apparently looks like some love letter that was sent to her, and he got it by accident, so it's a whole thing.
Why are you wearing that trench coat? You some kind of like sexual pervert or something? You got pockets in that thing, or go straight through? You tell me right now, boy.
Come on, Gilb, you know about my fucked up arm. You know,
Councilman Trilby, sir.
Councilman Gilb Trilby, you know I've got a fucked up arm. You gonna make me pull it out, wave it around for the whole world to see out here behind the Royals?
Sir.
Sir?
Are you... Oh, you're talking about your arm, aren't you?
I'm talking about... You think I'm...
All right, Stanley. Well, what I need you to... Could you just take this envelope and make sure that Ken Tribble gets it?
Okay. I'll give it a shot.
And then how's your dental practice? Are you opening a dental practice here? Is that what's going on?
Well, we'll see. You know, there's some business stuff I gotta work out, but
that's weird because I got some emails from LegalZoom.com, and they were.
You know, they say they're not actual lawyers, but they're real lawyers. Don't.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of stuff. So I just wanted to make sure that which way you were going in terms of that whole dental practice situation here in our charming little southern town.
You know, I'd say it's in neutral right now. I'm trying to shift it into first gear, but it's stalling.
All right. Well, you let me know if you shift it into first gear. All right.
I absolutely will, Mr. Councilman Gilb Trilby, sir.
You can just call me Councilman Trilby.
Thank you, Councilman Trilby.
Yeah, we're friends.
All right.
What's up with this art on the wall? By the way, is this a panther?
Yeah, it's a panther under blacklight. I said I liked it. It looks like shit. It's a purple panther. Let's be honest here. Looks like it was painted by a 10-year-old.
It's so muscly.
It's
like, you know, like we go to the elementary school sometimes to campaign, and like they'll draw pictures for us and shit, and it's like you have to act like it's cool even though it's like a really shitty picture. But like they have these guys, like then they draw them and they got the big muscles and machine guns and they're shooting down helicopters and whatever. But they're like their arms, they just look like chewed bubble gum, and that's kind of what this panther reminds me of. It's like a big purple piece of chewed bubble gum.
Under blacklight.
Under blacklight, that is correct. So I guess on that note, I'm gonna leave you be. Do you?
Hey, mister, I heard there's some chewing gum in that van. I'd like some chewing gum.
No, there's no chewing gum here, Governor. Thank you. That's all right.
Oh, come on, mister. Just one piece of gum.
Yeah, give us a piece of
van
gum.
and get that piece of gum.
Give us a piece of gum. We're
Oh
kids.
my god! And the lieutenant governor's here too. What the hell is happening?
There's a crowd of them now. How did they gather so quickly?
Well, when
Please, sir. More. We want more.
More bubble gum.
all right, here's the
Christ.
deal. Here's the deal. Everyone, I need you to calm down. My name is Councilman Gilb Trilby,
Oh, he's a
Councilman at large.
Trick or treat.
What I need to do. Here's the deal. I did not bring my bag of bubble gum with me, as I am wont to do often. I know.
So you're saying that you no treat, so we got a trick then?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I got this half-used packet of Big League Chew in my pocket.
Oh,
A shred for
talking.
every boy and girl that has come up, and every governor and lieutenant governor.
well, that would have flavor for almost 4.5 seconds.
Well, I mean, it's just a shred. It's not like a whole wad. So you're looking at
Oh,
about
about 2.
0.2.
So let's get with that gum then, mister.
Oh, well, okay. Well, here we go. Shred out 1, shred out 2, and here's that.
Hey, where'd that other guy go? He just winked out of existence.
Oh no, he's in the back of the van.
Oh.
He's changing the tire.
More gum.
I'm making sure there's no gum back here.
Yeah, he's got it. Don't worry, guys. Why are you freaking out for?
There's still no gum.
I just didn't see him anymore. And it
Governor,
scared me.
Lieutenant Governor.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna need to talk to you about some minks legislation later.
Huh?
You have our ear, Councilman.
All right. Well, well, I think this is not the appropriate venue right now, seeing as we're behind the Royale and everything. You could
We
come
gotta
back.
get through this gum chewing too.
Well, I will. I'm gonna go get like 6 packs of bubble gum inside the Royale. And I'm gonna meet you guys back in my
Okay,
office.
Hang on. I didn't find any gum, but I got this like half-open pack of Halls. It's black licorice flavor if anyone wants that.
Yeah, black licorice. You trying to kill us or something?
Yeah.
I got a grape flavored condom. Anybody want you that? I mean, not my dick on it, obviously. Just, some rubber. Some rubber, and it's flavored like grape.
Councilman, I find your behavior inappropriate.
Oh, I'm sorry. Lieutenant Governor, why do we elect twins, little girl twins, as the governor and the lieutenant governor of this state? Like, play with me? What kind of campaign slogan is that?
We're so cute.
This is a progressive southern charming town.
I find you guys very unnerving. I will be honest.
Charmington.
Is it because we're wearing the same color blue dress and holding hands at the end of a hallway on our campaign posters?
Well, no, we're still behind the Royale. Oh, on your campaign posters. Yeah. Well, listen, guys, I'm going to get back on my big wheel. I'm going to get the hell out of here.
We might blink later.
All right, so back at Beulah's house, Ken Tribble, president of the Podcasting Association, arrives to find Beulah Kornblatt with her current lover, Jeremy Copperton.
And how will this go?
And this will go poorly for Stanley, who is not in the scene.
Well, Jeremy, it's awfully nice of you to come by on such a hot afternoon.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else, so.
Yes. Well, oh, excuse me, there's someone at the door. I'll be right back.
Yeah, could you grab me a beer while you're up?
Of course. I love it when you're passively misogynistic.
Thanks, babe.
Hello, Kenneth.
Beulah. Yeah.
Yes,
My God.
Kenneth.
Your vision.
I know. Did you run all the way from the Royals?
Yes, I ran all the way here. However, I did have time to make this website. If you just check this out on my phone, real quick, it's squarespace.com/minkfarm/please Beulah take me back, please.
Oh, Kenneth, it's so tiresome. We've been divorced for almost 36 hours now. Surely.
I know, and look at you, you're a wreck. You've lost at least 4 or 5 ounces.
I'd say closer to 6 at this point.
Oh, you really want to bring me to tears, don't you?
Yes, Kenneth, it's all I want in life is for you to see you cry and snivel at my feet.
The way that you're falling apart on the outside is the way that I'm falling apart on the inside.
Oh.
Can I come in, or shall we just have this conversation on the doorstep?
Well,
Beulah, who is it?
Hello, Jeremy.
Here,
Kenneth?
let me carry you, Beulah.
Oh, hey, who's this?
Threshold again.
Oh, you just carried her in here. That was kind of weird, man.
Kenneth?
Jeremy Copperton, the Vice President of the Podcasters Association of America.
Yes!
What are you doing here?
Hey, Ken, how's it, hey.
Let me just set Beulah down on this divan in this beautiful, lovely
You should put her down, so we're not talking over her.
Thank you.
You look wonderful in that backlighting, dear. Thin, very thin, but still wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah, you look okay.
Oh, thank you, Jeremy.
Well,
So
Jeremy,
you two,
I can't imagine why you're here, but if you don't mind, me and Beulah wanted to have a private conversation.
Well, actually, Kenneth, I invited Jeremy over. You see, he's been comforting me. I don't know whether you know, but I recently went through a divorce. Oh, that's right. You were the other party involved.
I am aware, Beulah, and I also used to comfort you.
Yes, you used to, but...
Should I put pants on? I'm going to put some pants on.
No, don't bother, dear. I'd like to see your hog
Don't
hang.
change for me.
All right.
Beulah, I just wanted to
Modern
let
English.
you know that I mistakenly grabbed this love letter, and now that I've moved my thumb, I see that it is in fact from Jeremy Copperton, the Vice President of the Podcasters Association of America.
Yes, Jeremy and I have been
Used
corresponding for
company
some
letterhead.
time.
Yep, right there from the desk of.
All right,
You
Beulah,
wrote this at your
take
desk?
these, take the hands.
You said you were in your hot tub when you wrote me this letter, and that accounted for the dampened ness.
Jeremy, were you using the company hot tub to write love letters to my wife? This is outrageous.
I told you that company hot tub was a waste of money, but as soon as I tried it, those massaging jets, oh boy, I can't get enough of them.
Yes, most of his letters to me were not actually about me. They were more about what the jets were doing to him at that time. It was kind of like a diary of hot tubness, because that's a word.
I have to admit, the jets are miraculous.
Well, apparently they're very well placed.
But you, Jeremy, this betrayal, Jeremy, will not stand. I am going to call for a vote of all the members of the Podcasters Association of America, and they're going to have to decide whether or not they want me to be the president or if they want you to run it all.
Oh.
So a good old podcasting battle royale, is it?
Oh. It's getting rather warm in here.
All right,
Shall I open up a window for you, dear?
Oh, well, the way your nostrils are flaring, Kenneth, I haven't seen that in quite a long time. Jeremy, why aren't your nostrils flaring?
I don't flare my mouth. I don't do that.
Oh. Lacking
One of the
in
many
passion
things I bet he
department.
doesn't do.
Well, yes, there are at least 4.
4?
Yes, I
He
told you,
doesn't-
dear.
Not the thing with the toes, does he?
Oh, well, Kenneth, I never really liked that. I just kind of went along with it because it seemed to be kind of your thing.
You know, Beulah, you are the sexiest woman I've ever known.
Yes,
And
I
I
know.
feel like if we could have been this honest with each other before we got divorced, we would not have been divorced.
Well, Kenneth, let me be honest with you now. I've been seeing Jeremy for almost 16 months. That's close to a year and a half.
It's about 2 months short.
Yes. What are you, Camus' ex-wife?
What?
Sorry, that was a very deep podcast reference. I apologize.
I don't know what to say.
Well, you got so caught up in your work, all of your campaigning and your canvassing for the paywall bill. It took you away from me, and I grew lonely.
I mean, this must be what Trump's first wife feels like.
This
I'm an Ivanka.
Probably, yes. I wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't know. I'm voting for Kucinich.
Well, that's it. Forget the personal life, then. I'm going to throw myself into my work. And I will see you defeated, Jeremy Copperton.
Oh, my. This is exciting.
Stomp, 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 out.
Well, Jeremy, it seems that Kenneth has it in for you.
He's always had it in for me, ever since he denied me the Secretary of Podcasting state position.
And yet, Vice President, which seems better to me. I don't know.
I don't know. It's politics, podcasting politics. It's very
Yes, I
complicated.
don't understand politics at all, which is why I'm voting for Trump. Well, what do you think he will do? I mean, he's a very powerful man in the podcasting community. That's why I married him in the first place.
I've got a few guys backing me. I'll call up, Glass, Pardo, the whole gang.
Ah, you do have some powerful friends.
Oh yeah.
Well, if you need any help, I have a cousin who just moved to town, and he is currently unemployed, so he has lots of free time. So maybe he could help you. I know he went to high school with one of our councilmen, so perhaps maybe he could help you in your battle. I'm sorry, I'm getting very horny and very distracted. Would you please go
It's
up?
all right.
Go up to the bedroom and take your underwear off.
All right, yeah, deal.
going to go grab a copy of the Bible, a lawn chair, and a guava fruit, and I'll be with you in a moment.
All right, you don't forget that beer.
Oh, yes, of course.
Let's all go to the lobby.
Well, boys and girls, that's the end of Act 1. We hope you're enjoying our little story, and if you are, don't forget to come back Friday to hear Act 2, including the tilt and the aftermath. You can follow this show on Twitter @Tilt Podcast or on our Facebook page. You can also send us an email to tiltpod@gmail.com. The Tilt, a Fiasco podcast, is a Dr. Bob Media production. See you Friday.
To get ourselves a treat.